Hi guys, what's up? And today's video is a game review on the game Valorant. Now Valorant, I'm sure many of you guys have heard of it, but I'm gonna give you guys the rundown of it anyways. So Valorant is a free-to-play game, but it's in closed beta right now. And I'm sure many of you guys have heard that it comes out this summer, but I'm not sure which month, but I've heard otherwise that it comes out this summer. And so basically what this game is like a very you have to be very smart about what your plays are. It's very tactical, and basically it's very team sufficient too. You have to work with your team to win. You can, however, win sometimes by yourself, but it's very difficult just because it's so team interactive. Like you have to be with your team. But other than that, it's really fun. Now I'm going to run down what's good about it, what's bad about it, and what they need to do to fix it. So basically, the good thing is about this game is that it's free and it's great to play, and I really enjoy it, and I'm sure many other people that are beta testing right now really enjoy it. And the fun fact is that they already have weapon skins out and everything, which is really nice, and I really enjoy that. Next, but one of the bad things that's coming up next is the bloom. I find the bloom is really bad, like the bullet spread. When I shoot, you can't hold it down, and the tap fire, it's a little too slow. You have to find that sweet spot where you hold the mouse down just a little bit and then let go right before the bloom gets really bad. The spray pattern is where it kind of like goes upwards, and then it goes like to the left, and then switches to the right, and then so on and so forth. It just keeps on going left and right. That's it. That's if you hold down, though. But other than that, if you could just continue, basically it would just go left and right. But if you just find that sweet spot and it would just pretty much match up where your cursor is for the most part. So another cool thing, unlike CS:GO, this game you can actually aim down for most of the guns in this game, which I find really nice. Because like in CS:GO, you couldn't aim with any of the ARs. This one you can aim in with all the ARs, but you can't aim in with the pistols. The shotguns you can't either. But other than that, a lot of the guns can aim in, but you can't really change the scope or anything. But you can aim in, which is nicer, and it gives you that more of a COD feel to it, but not like Overwatch feel, and which is really nice. Also in this game, they have extra stuff like the shop is really nice. Like they have a whole bunch of like weapon lists and stuff. Like basically there's like this Lux deal, and basically it comes with like a whole pack for like most of the weapons that have that skin, so you can buy that as a pack, which is really nice. I'm sure many of you guys have heard of the Prism pack. A lot of streamers are using that right now because it's been out for so long, and it's in the store right now. And I find that pretty neat that you can buy them all together instead of just separate. And also, let's talk about abilities now. So abilities, so there's alt abilities, and then there's like some that you have to purchase, and then there's one standard one that you get. The one I'm using right now is Omen, and his usual ability that you don't have to buy, you just get it after, it just comes back after a certain amount of time. It's like a cover, so it's like this huge orb like you're seeing on the screen right now. It's this huge purple orb that you can use as cover for yourself when you're planting bomb or trying to defuse the bomb, just so you can give yourself cover, just so the enemies don't shoot at you. And also, the alt for the Omen, like I said, this is basically, it's different for every character, and it's built for what's best for you or what you got used to. But for the Omen is used for extra, like his one is teleportation, so he's able to teleport and get the jump on enemies. So he's usually used as like a scout or like to use as cover. He's kind of like a mixture of both, scout, cover. I find he's really nice to play with, and another one is he can teleport across as well. And the two buy ones are the ones where you can teleport across, but not all the way to the map, not wherever you want, but just across wherever you see on your screen. And then another buy one that you can is like a flash grenade, basically. You just have to shoot them at it so they can't see very far. And it's like this purple orb that just follows them around for a while, just so they can't see. Alright, so next we're going to talk about the practice zone. So the practice zone is like this open world that you can just run around, and it shows you how to plant the bomb, defuse the bomb, and it's kind of neat how it teaches you how to do that. And then there's also a practice shooting range. And basically, in that shooting range, you can set the bots. You can change the difficulty. You can get used to how like all the other characters' abilities are and stuff like that, which I find is pretty cool. And basically, in that zone, you can also there's also the shooting test where there's like this little bot on the side, and you get to shoot his head or any part of the body. It shows you how much damage it's doing. And then there's also this little on the left side of it. There is this like target where it shows you where like when you shoot the target and the big target on this tiny target, it shows you where you're hitting because you can change the how far it is. So you can change like 10 meters, 5 meters, 15 meters, 20, 50 meters, which is pretty cool. So you know where your shots are and where you need to adjust how you're playing. And also in the practice zone, they also have this little fun parkour thing. I haven't really looked too far into it, but I tried it once, and it's kind of cool. You kind of just run at it, and then it like says parkour, and then then you know you're in it, and then you just have to jump. I haven't finished it, but it seems to be pretty long, which I kind of feel is like a cool part of the game, and how it's been added in, which I find is pretty neat. And so next, let's talk about the teams. So the teams for the game is attackers and defenders. Defenders' job is basically like CSGO, and they don't have to really do much. They just kind of defend and make sure the enemy team doesn't plant the bomb. And if they do plant the bomb, you have to defuse it and take them all out. So, and then next after that is the attackers. So the attackers has to plant the bomb or wipe out their whole team. And that kind of makes it a little bit tricky because they're just going to camp at the one spot. So you have to be kind of tactical or strategic on how and where you're going to go and make sure you're with your whole team, which I kind of find is neat. Instead of just being able to everyone just run off and then you won't win the game. So everyone has to be together and work as a team to be able to get the win, which I kind of find is kind of cool. And it's better with friends, so then you're actually able to communicate because like sometimes some other people don't have mics and everything and all that kind of stuff, which is kind of annoying. But yeah. And next we're going to talk about how like the maps. So the maps, there aren't that many maps. I think there's like 4 or 5. There's one that I was playing on right now. And so basically they basically every single game, it's like luck of the draw. You don't know exactly what map you're going to get until you get in. And those maps are basically you kind of it's kind of they're okay maps. There's a lot of corner peeking, so like they're very big. The biggest one has 3 bomb planting sites instead of just most of them have just 2. So basically, you just play through those maps. You kind of have to. There's not that many maps, so you can get kind of used to them, and know all the tricks and the spots and all the corners, which I kind of find is neat. Instead of having to, I don't know this map. How am I gonna learn it? There's only like 3 to 5. So they're kind of easy to adapt to and get used to, which is kind of a positive and a negative at the same time. Positive, so you know where you're going and know everywhere what's going on, and negative because you can't really. It's just same old. Like you can't really get used. Like you can get used to it, but you get just kind of bored because you're just looking at the same place, right? I know it can be different teams and different winnings and who's gonna win, who's gonna lose, but overall, you just know the whole map, so it gets kind of boring and there's nothing neat to look at anymore. You kind of just know where everything is. Next, we're going to talk about the team sizes. Team sizes, it's 5-on-5, and which is kind of small, so it's kind of harder to rack up a certain amount of kills. I think the highest I've gotten is 42, which is pretty good considering, but the team wasn't very good. My team wasn't very good. We still lost the round. I kind of choked at the end, which was kind of annoying. But basically, it's just a 5v5, and so they're not very big teams, so it's kind of easy to have all your friends playing with you so that it's not like 15 people, and then you're like kind of stuck. You're like, oh, well, I can't have all my friends because I don't have 15 friends. But if you have all your friends, then the teams become way easier and easier to play the game because there's not that many people around instead. So basically, you can have a really small team and all your friends play, so then it's really easy and good communication. Alright, so next we're going to talk about buddies. So a lot of you may ask, what's a buddy? Apparently, to Valorant, a buddy is a weapon charm. So this customizable little coin or thing that you can put onto your gun, which is kind of neat. Basically, those are usually found from contracts from all the characters. I'll dive into that shortly. So basically, all the contracts are from all the characters, and basically all the characters that you can get come with buddies. Basically, to activate a contract, you have to finish the closed beta missions and to actually get the 2 characters that you have to get. And then once you're done that, then you can activate their contracts and finish up their challenges and stuff. So you can do challenges for them to unlock some of their stuff. And actually, you can actually get some weapon skins from those, which I've showed in my previous video not too long ago. And so that's the end of the video, guys. I hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.